Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. With the name of Allah, who is very kind and merciful. Welcome to DevOps King channel. In this channel, you will find the solution for different tasks of AWS and Azure Cloud. In the current series of Generator AI application development and deployment, I shall explain the part 9 of this series. On this channel, you will find the training material for the Docker, Kubernetes, Terraform, Azure, and Web CI/CD. If you need, on every video on the channel are prepared by Azure Certified DevOps Engineer, like this one, Certified DevOps Engineer. So, if you want to search the channel on the YouTube, please use the word DevOps King. You will find the channel DevOps King. Please click the subscribe button so that you can get the notification about the latest upload on the channel. Let's start for the part 9 of generative AI application development and deployment on AKS Azure Kubernetes part 9. First of all, in the development of the chatbot, we shall use the ChatGPT API that we shall use for the development of the chatbot, and after that the LangChain, and the third one is the Streamlit. What are these three? I shall explain one by one in the next page. First of all, the what is the ChatGPT API? Why we need this? The ChatGPT API is an API provided by the OpenAI that allows you to integrate the capability of ChatGPT in your own app's website or backend system. Instead of using ChatGPT only on the web UI, you can call it programmatically. So the ChatGPT, after the ChatGPT API, we also need the LangChain. What is the LangChain, and why we need this in our application? Every application on the artificial intelligence, we need a framework. So LangChain is a framework. LangChain is a framework for building application powered by LLMs like ChatGPT, Cloud, Llama itself. It is provides tool integration and abstraction that make it easier to build chatbot, agent, and AI-powered applications. One thing, more thing, the properties of this framework is remember things, connect to the external data, document API and database, and the third one is the take action, run Python code, query database, extra. The third one is very important for the development of the for the application, for our chatbot application. The Streamlit is an open source Python framework for building interactive web application, especially useful for data science, machine learning, and the rapid prototyping. Instead of learning full web application development stack like HTML, CSS, JS, Flask, and Django, Streamlit lets you create application directly in the Python script with just a few lines of code. So these are the three main pillars of the development of our application that we shall use in during the development. The main thing about the development of the chatbot is the application architecture. This is the application architecture. In the application architecture, when we develop application in the artificial intelligence, it starts from the source document. On the left column, you can see that the source document that we shall use to develop the application at app. To develop the app. After that, we convert the source document into chunk, converting to the chunks. This is the four different chunks that we shall create from the source document. The next one, the important thing is the embedding. Embedding will be performed by using the OpenAI. What is embedding? Embedding is in fact a key that we shall assign to the chunks of the document. Like you can see that one is 198635637810. These are all the embedding. You can see that the keys that we shall assign to the convert to the chunks. This work is done by the OpenAI. After converting to the embedding, these are embedding will be stored in the vector database. Well, all stored in the vector database. After the storage in the database, there is a flow for the chatbot. First of all, our user will send the query. This query is converted to the semantic search. Semantic search means according to the data, according to the analysis, we shall convert this query to the semantic search. in an optimized form. When we, after the semantic search of the query, this query will go to the vector database. After taking the corresponding result from the vector database, the result will be ranked. Ranked means the order of the result according to the requirement. After that, that ranked result will go to the LLM. LLM is the large language model. And again, this is the place where our OpenAI will work. After that, after optimizing the result, LLM give the result, and this result will come to the user. This is the architecture of our application, of our chatbot. It will start from the source document, after that converting it to the chunk. After converting that into the chunk, that embedding will be implemented, like the code to like the numeric code to every chunk of the document. And after that, this this document come to the vector database. In the vector database, after that, this flow will start. User first send the query to the OpenAI, that will convert into the semantic search. And after that, by taking the search from the vector database, this search will be converted to the ranked result. Ranked result means according to the priority of the result. After that, this ranked result come to the LLM, the large language model, and this large language model give the optimized result that will be sent to the user. So this is the architecture of the chatbot application that we shall develop by using the different tools. I shall discuss all tools along the development of the chatbot. So after this, in order to development of the chatbot, we need two things for this. One is the Visual Studio Code, in which we shall write the Python code. We shall write the Python code for the development of the application, chatbot application. And the second one is the OpenAI key. The OpenAI key is the key that we shall use in our code so that we can get the functionality of the ChatGPT. So the requirement of the both the things I have explained. And after this, there is a, now we shall create the, we already have a Visual Studio Code on our machine. So to start the application development, we need the OpenAI key. How we get the OpenAI key? First of all, we shall search on the Google by using the OpenAI key for testing. When we search for the OpenAI key for testing, we shall get some result from the OpenAI developer community, as you can see on the screen. So after that, when you click on this link, you will find this one. This is the link on which you get the two options. One is the login. Login is for the user that have already signed up for the ChatGPT. And the other one is the sign up. Sign up means you are the new user and want ChatGPT key. So you will click on the sign up button. When you click on the sign up button, after that you will get this interface. Create your account. In the first field, you will provide the email, your email address, and in the second, you will provide the password of your field. After providing the password of the field, you will click on the continue button. When you click on the continue button, you will get this interface. Your user has been created in the OpenAI. Now you can use the API key for the to use in our application development, chatbot application development. So in this case, up to this point in this part 9 of this series, we have discussed the different framework that we shall use in the ChatGPT, and moreover also discuss the different tools that we shall use in the ChatGPT development, like the Streamlit and the LangChain. And other one is we have also discussed the IDE, which is the Visual Studio Code. Along with, we need the OpenAI key, that so that we can use it in our code, Python code. And then after that, we have created the OpenAI key by signing up on the OpenAI portal. So in the next part of this series, we shall we shall write the code, Python code for the chatbot so that we can deploy it on the Azure Kubernetes. Best of luck. Wish you for your good wish for your future. See you in the next part of this series.